Well, good morning. Today is, let me see, day 148 in our journey through the Word. We're almost to 150 days in our journey, and very quickly coming to the end of another month, which is exciting. It's exciting just to see how far along we've come in this journey. Um, I hope you've enjoyed it and have been blessed as I have. It continues to just be a blessing to me. And God continues to give me something new and fresh each day. Some days have been more difficult for me to understand. Some days are just overwhelming because there's so much there, and today is one of those days. A great reading today as we move into the Proverbs. And yeah, I just love how it starts. And when it says in the very first of Proverbs 1:1, and it says, these are the words of Solomon. Their purpose, very clearly up front, their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline. Wisdom is having the power to discern and judge properly so that we know what's true and right. It's a definition out of dictionary.com that I found this morning, but I also I wanted to look up the word discerning. Discerning is showing good or outstanding judgment or understanding. So wisdom is having the power of outstanding judgment and understanding and judging properly what is right and true. Oh, that we might gain wisdom. And as we see in today's reading, God gives wisdom. What does wisdom offer us? Popularity, wealth, respect, safety? Well, answer that can be both yes and no. If we're wanting wisdom for earthly prosperity, earthly popularity, earthly respect, earthly safety, then are we truly wanting wisdom for the right thing? It's a judgment of the heart, and only we know and only God knows our heart in requesting for wisdom. And so in asking for that, He'll give us, as His Word promises, what we ask for, but we may not get what we want. We may not. Our heart's desire should not be earthly popularity, wealth, respect, and safety. It may come, but it may not. Solomon warns us, don't be impressed with your own wisdom. If we're wanting to be impressive to ourselves or impressive to others, then we ask for the wrong reasons. And so, what God gives us, again, may not be what we desire. He's not going to give us our heart's desire. If our heart's desire is wrong, if our heart's desire is turned internally toward ourselves instead of toward God, I don't believe He'll honor that request. A common theme through these beginning passages of Proverbs that we read today is listen, follow, never forget, pay attention. It's not lead. It's not talk. It's not tell people. Demand their attention, for them to listen. In wisdom, we're seeking, are we not, part of humility. We are to cry out for wisdom. We're to search for wisdom. We're to seek wisdom. Then, as we learn in today's reading, then we'll understand, we'll find, and we'll gain wisdom. But again, we should be seeking godly wisdom. There is not earthly wisdom. And again, we should not be impressed. And I say those words to myself as we speak and we share, and people might come to us for advice. And if we say, if God gives us words of wisdom to share, remember where they come from. I'm just the vehicle of speech. God is the source of that wisdom. I should not, you should not ever be impressed with yourself in these things. Again, God grants wisdom freely. Why should we seek wisdom? It tells us in Proverbs 2, 5 and 6 very clearly. In seeking wisdom, then you will understand what it means to fear the Lord, and you will gain knowledge of God. For the Lord grants knowledge. The Lord grants wisdom. And I wanted to come and close with these words today out of Proverbs 3 in our readings, verse really 12 through 18, and just some key words in here. Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding, for wisdom is more profitable than silver, and her wages are better than gold. Wisdom is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire compares to her. Nothing you desire compares to wisdom. She offers you a long life in her right hand and riches and honor in her left. Now understand, the word riches does not always mean monetary wealth. I am very blessed and very rich in God's blessings. I don't have a huge bank account. I'd rather be rich in God's blessings than rich with earthly money. She will guide you down delightful paths, and her ways are satisfying. Wisdom is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Happy are those who hold her tightly. Hold on to wisdom tightly. My prayer today for me, my hope for you today, is your prayer is this also, is that God will give me godly wisdom. God will give you godly wisdom. And in doing so, humble our hearts, that we might not walk pridefully about the wisdom that God gives, but follow the example of Christ and walk humbly with a godly wisdom. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Friday. I'll look forward to seeing you again on Monday as we continue our journey through the Word.